Hello and welcome to Sideshow's First Look. Today we're looking at the DLX Iron Man Mark 44 Hulkbuster by ThreeZero. Front of the box is going to have a great action shot of the figure as well as gold foil technique around the box. It opens like a book, more of the gold foil inside, the window box with our giant figure, and then some of the ways in which you can display him. Now let's take this out of the box. The tray consists of one enormous Mark 44 DLX and 4 swap-out hands. Let's take it out of the tray so we can get a detailed look at how great this figure is. The DLX Hulkbuster is in 1/12 scale and measures almost 12 inches in height. You're going to have the fists that come on the figure right out of the box, 2 relaxed hands, and 2 repulsor firing hands. But let's fly in and look at the details of the design. The Mark 44 is a very unique and very large design, but we do have those elements that we're known for in Iron Man. This mask, but done in that kind of flatter look. Now this does have a light up feature. Shoulders has 2 points of articulation. This whole chest area can open up and you can put a Mark 43 right inside. Mark 43 sold separately. Down here in the chest, you see the great design and paint job of the mechanisms. The paint throughout, we're going to have that deep red, that warm gold, and that cool silver, making this figure really pop. We have the light up feature in the front repulsor, here in the eyes, and in the 6 repulsors on the back. Now on the forearms, you have the 2 cannons. They can be displayed closed like this, or there are 2 different ways you can have them opened. All of the detail here in the chest and torso. And then in the large, bulky leg, we get a lot of design of the mechanisms moving inside. When the knee is bent in the double jointed fashion, you'll see even more design and detail, and a large amount of detail when you bend the figure forward, and you'll see all of the design there in that spine area. We'll show that to you in just a moment. Back of the legs, you're going to have those 2 large repulsors, and again, the large mechanisms working the legs. And here's that boot with that almost tank-like design here on the side, all with moving parts to allow for more display options. Now I want to go over the points of articulation on this figure, and when we move it, getting to see even more detail in that design. Now the head is ball jointed and also attached to a lever that lifts it up and down. We're able to get plenty of turn side to side, tilt, and then, as I said, drop forward or lift up, revealing even more detail right there. Now, in order to open up the chest to be able to put the Mark 43, sold separately, inside, you'll start by lifting these 4 tabs. Then, we drop down the front panels on either side and fully extend them out of the way. With the shoulders panels lifted up and the chest panel extended, you have 2 more panels right here. I've moved this one out of the way. They are hinged, and you'll lift that up and out. In order to lift the top off, here on the back is a small panel we will extend and then lift the entire head up to reveal. With all of the panels open, you see the detailed inner chest that'll fit your Mark 43 figure right inside. Now there are lots of points of articulation and plates that move throughout in the arm. And in order to show off those, I'm going to take the cannon and remove that. First up, let's take a look at the shoulder. This is in 2 parts. You have this large shoulder pad that rocks and pivots, as well as the one underneath, and that can lift fully out. You're going to do this anytime you're going to be making movements here in the arm. You have a point of articulation here on the bicep, which we can turn and twist, like so. And you also see the point of articulation that allows us to butterfly move that arm forward and back. Now it's a ball joint there, and that allows us to fully extend out to the side. You see that that inner panel moves with it, and you see that great detail and design inside as well. There from the back, and there is that point that moves. And because of that ball joint, the arm is able to go fully up and around. Now here at the elbow, it's double jointed, and this front panel here is spring loaded. So when I go and do that bend past 90, it'll move out of the way. You see even more detail in the elbow once it's fully bent. Now we have a ball jointed wrist peg that allows us to fully bend and rotate, as well as when you'll swap out the hands right there. Let's move this arm up and out so I can show you the torso and waist articulation. Now the chest, waist, and legs have a lot of points of articulation and a lot of panels and armor that will move out of the way, particularly these two here that are right around the waist. They are connected here in the back by a ball joint. And in order to show off a little bit more of the articulation here in the chest and leg, I'm going to remove these panels. They can be put back on at any point that you need. The two panels removed, we're going to start up here in the chest. Right here at this line, we are able to rock side to side as well as twist. The waist also turns. We can twist that. And with the two combined, you get a very large range of motion. The crunch that you get forward is incredibly far. And upon doing so, you see all of the detail in that spine area there. Onto the leg. First up, the thigh can twist and turn right there. You see there the ratchet design. Now the leg will extend fully when you engage it and drop it down using that ratchet gear. You can see it there. It's almost in a ball joint style. This allows you to pivot the leg all the way out to the side, as you see there. You also see the incredible detail there on the bottom with the thrust repulsor ray down on the base. Now, as I said, just like with the chest, there's going to be a lot of pieces that will move out of the way and are spring-loaded. One right here and one right back there. When you bend the knee, the panel moves out of the way, and you also see a huge amount of detail there in that bend. And to get a range of motion like that and a full back bend is pretty incredible in something this size. Now the foot or boot articulation, right here, this top panel has a small ball joint and can move independently. The back panel right here can also move out of the way. Now in order to get a fuller range of motion, the foot will actually drop down and extend, giving you even further range of motion. With that extended, I get a deeper downward and upward. I can pivot side to side and rock it back and forth. Place it and adjust the armor as necessary. The forearm weapons come in a closed position but can be displayed in either open position 1 or open position number 2. The Hulkbuster has 2 additional sets of hands in a relaxed and a repulsor firing style. Both are going to have that bright red, the silver, and those little hints of gold. They all work on a rollerball style on the wrist peg. The repulsor firing one done at an angle for a more dramatic look. There are 3 areas of the Hulkbuster that light up. The first is the 6 repulsor rays here on the back. To access this, you're going to push on the 2 tabs and lift out. Here's going to be your on-off switch, and this is where you're going to insert your batteries. Turn it on and replace the panel. Now the second area of light up feature is the chest repulsor, and that lights up with just the push of a finger. And the last light up feature is in the helmet. Once the batteries are inserted, it's a toggle switch right underneath the chin for on and off. This has been Sideshow's first look at the DLX Iron Man Mark 44 Hulkbuster by ThreeZero. For more information about this figure, follow the link below. And tune in to Unsealed and Revealed for more fun with posable figures. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.
Did you enjoy that video? Be sure to subscribe by hitting the S icon on your screen and click the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under product info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.